Hello and welcome to week 4 of the Nintendo Switch countdown. We're now just 7 weeks away until the Nintendo Direct for the Switch 2. Of course, last week we learned it's going to air at 2 p.m. UK, 3 p.m. European, 6 a.m. Pacific, and 9 a.m. Eastern on the 2nd of April. Yeah, just under 7 weeks away now. It's very exciting. We will soon see all of these games I've been talking about, or hopefully we'll see all of them. This week we are going to be talking about Smash Brothers, which is one I actually don't think we'll see at this April Direct, but we'll probably see in the next year or two, hopefully. So that's what we're going to be talking about. Yeah, I'm just going to discuss what I hope to see, what I think we will see, what's likely, what's not likely, and when it will might. So the biggest question is whether, well, first of all, whether we are going to be getting a new Smash Brothers, or if they're just going to port Smash Bros. Ultimate, perhaps with new content. Both options are valid. I think that getting a Smash Bros. Ultimate Deluxe or Plus or Extra or whatever they're going to call it, special, like the Japanese name, that could be cool. I don't think it's likely. It's definitely something they could do if they wanted to. But I think it's much more likely they're going to be doing a brand new game. I mean, Smash Bros. Ultimate has already sold 30-something million, I believe. And I don't think that they'll get that many sales again just from repeating it. I think the only way this would happen is if Masahiro Sakurai did not want to work on Smash Bros. And they didn't want to work without him. Then, yeah, doing a port of that is likely, but then if that's the case, is there going to even be any new content? Probably not. So yeah, I don't see it being super likely, but I'm not ruling it out completely. And honestly, I haven't played as much of that game as I would like, so I wouldn't even mind. It'll just give me an excuse to play more of it. Hopefully, obviously, with updated resolution and frame rate and what have you. Yeah, that would be cool if they did that. I would hope to see some new characters, some new stages. Ideally, the missing stages from previous games would be perfect. Just make it even more ultimate than it already is, and yeah, get some characters that are missing from there. But the most exciting prospect would be a brand new Smash Bros. Game. I think Sakurai himself has said that Ultimate is basically a one-off, like they're not going to be able to match it or beat it in the future. But he has said things like that before and then proved himself wrong, so maybe he would do that again. But I do think that they would try and change the series a bit to not have to worry about like kind of competing with themselves. So yeah, there's a couple possibilities of what they would do with a brand new game. I think they would do a kind of a soft reboot of the series where they kind of go not so much back to basics, but more back to the drawing board with some characters. So the main gameplay stays the same as it is, but they just take Mario and look at him and kind of treat him like they have been treating these new DLC fighters, which they seem to give a lot of love and care and attention to, and just make sure it's a perfect version of the character for Smash Brothers. Then you play these DLC characters and you go back to Mario and, you know, he's not using Cappy from Odyssey, he's not using really anything since kind of Sunshine, because he's got blood, which they added I think in Brawl. Yeah, other than that, he's just, his moveset just doesn't, it feels more like a Smash Brothers character than Mario. So I would like them to, yeah, give him a Cappy move, give him like some Galaxy related moves, maybe even just edit. Well, no, I think they've done a good job of making him look and feel like Mario. So yeah, just do that for all of the original 12 characters if they're going to keep all those 12. I actually think they probably have Ness come back. I think they probably, instead of Ness, maybe bring the Inklings back. Just yeah, like focus on the characters that are going to make sense in like a modern day, and then yeah, give the love and care that they gave to Mario, Link, and all of the other ones that were in there, really. I think Falcon might be the exception, because, sorry, Captain Falcon. Because, yeah, it doesn't make sense to have him in the game. He is the Smash Brothers character, I feel like people that have never heard of F-Zero, no Smash Brothers, no Captain Falcon. I actually spoke to somebody recently who was like that. So yeah, I think Captain Falcon might survive the purge if they are purging non-relevant characters. Yeah, then they would bring in some newer characters, like I said, Inklings. They probably would keep at least one Fire Emblem representation. I do think they would go for a much smaller base roster, and just really put in a lot of effort into each one of the fighters. Personally, for like Link, I would like to see different versions of him, rather than like Young Link, Toon Link. You could have Hero of the Wilds Link, where he plays more like the Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom style, with the different abilities from those games. Then you could have Hero of Time Link, which would probably be more of his traditional Smash Bros. Moveset, because it'd be based on Ocarina of Time, maybe with some new moves as well. And yeah, maybe you can even do some more, which does actually feed into one idea I've had for the series, which is, rather than having a massive roster of 90 characters, maybe bring it down to 15, 20, but each one has multiple movesets, maybe based off different games. Another character that'd be really good to show that off is Samus, who obviously you could just have like various Samus, who is as Samus has always been, but then you can also do like Dread Samus, where she's a lot faster and she has these different moves. She has the Storm Missile, she has the zip move, which I can't remember the name of. Nope, can't remember the name of it. And even like Mario could do something like that, where you have like an Odyssey style moves like Galaxy, and then his original Smash set. I think that'd be a really cool way to bring new life to these older characters, but also without getting rid of their original moveset that people have grown to know and love. So I think that would be a really cool way of doing that. But that would also be a lot of work, especially if movesets. Because there's also going to be characters that it just doesn't make sense for. Like something like Inkling kind of doesn't make sense because it's only just going to be Inkling, but then you just give them different weapons from the game, and then that work. You know, like Princess Peach. But they just did Princess Peach Showtime. Yeah, no, that works too. Villager from Animal Crossing. I don't know how you would make too many more moves than are already there. But Sakurai's a genius. He'll probably manage. That's one way they could do the new game. I think another possibility is that they completely reinvent the wheel. So it maybe isn't even a platform fighter anymore. Maybe it's a more traditional Street Fighter style 2D one-on-one fighter. A bit extreme. I think probably more likely is something like the Pokken style, like 3D arena. So you can have a bit of that Smash Brothers thing, but it is still more about taking their life down rather than knocking them out of the arena. I think that could be quite a fun way of doing things. And obviously they're already working with Bandai Namco on the series, who made Pokken and to make Tekken and those games, and Soul Calibur, more like it. So yeah, just completely reinventing it. Obviously with doing that, you'd have to give each character new things and new movesets, and new models and everything. So that would definitely reduce the roster. They're not going to do that with all 90 whatever characters there are in Smash Bros. Ultimate. I think if they're reinventing it in some way or doing a new game, it is definitely going to have a lower roster. I think for all of these suggestions I've had so far, I think it's going to be 15 to 30, 30 at absolute most, and probably even less, and then they'll just do DLC afterwards, because that just makes a lot of sense. It means they can spend more time on each character, and it means they make more money from it. my hope would be that whatever they do for the game, it is going to be, I know it's a bit of a bad word, but it's going to be live service, in that they keep updating it throughout the Switch 2's life. If they can get a new fighter out every 3 to 4 months, new stages out every, probably just alongside the new character, but if they can get an extra one out every now and then, that'd be nice too. Maybe to coincide with new game launches, so say, the next, like, Zelda Ocarina of Time remake comes out, maybe they do a new Ocarina of Time themed stage to go alongside it. That'd be pretty cool. Obviously, the main thing people want is online to work and work well. I don't know yet what the details actually are, but I know rollback code is what everyone wants. So do that. That'd be really nice. As for new characters, I think they've done a really good job so far of having the characters you would want. I can't think of many brand new characters they've never had before that could work, and especially ones that they would add if the roster is going to be as low as 15. Like, you're going to have your Mario, Link, Samus, Pikachu. That's already 4, so then you've only got 11 more titles to do, so you're not going to be adding, I'm sorry, you're not going to be adding Waluigi if you've only got 15 characters. Unless they do want to do it just for the meme's sake, but I don't think it's likely. So as to when we could see this, like I said, I don't think it would be at this April showcase unless it's just a small tease saying like more news next year, just to get people excited. I think it's more likely they'd wait till, with this Direct being in April, I don't think they're going to do a June Direct this year. Maybe in like a potential September one, they would tease it for next year. Or maybe they'd wait until next year so they can do what they did with Ultimate, of like, announce it in the, I think it was March actually, that one, but announce it in the February Direct. Show it off at the E3 Summer Direct, and then release it late in the year, or maybe even the following year, which would be 2027. However they do it, I can't wait. I actually think the announcement and the upcoming characters and new fighter reveals, and then I think that all the announcement stuff is actually possibly even more fun than the game itself. Just the anticipation, they're not knowing what character it's going to be, everyone suggesting what it could be, what it should be, the rumors that are nearly always fake, then the accidental leaks, like when they put SNK in the list of companies working on the game before they'd shown off Terry. And then just all the talk that comes from that. And the only thing I kind of don't like is that it kind of means either the start or the end of a Nintendo Direct is always going to be Smash, because that's always going to be an exciting reveal that will get people excited. Because that does kind of take away some of that fun. But it does at least mean you're always going to have something Smash related to talk about in the Direct, which in itself is exciting. So yeah, I definitely understand why they do that. Yeah, and then obviously they show off all the characters. I bet Sakura will do another pick of the day or Smash Dojo style thing where it's just constant updates of here's something you can do in the game, here's a new item, a new stage, a new character, a new Pokemon, a new assist trophy, whatever it's going to be. So it is just a fun ride from reveal to launch, and then all the DLC of constant updates. So yeah, I just can't wait for it. Very excited to see whether they do stick to traditional style or if they do try and reinvent the wheel. But yeah, like I said, I don't think we'll have too long to wait. I think summer next year is the latest they would announce. I think it's going to come soon. Yeah, the only possible downsides is if Sakurai isn't working on it and they don't want to do it without it, and then I think it just isn't being made. Then I think they will just do a basic port of Ultimate at some point, or even just a pre-update or whatever. And then we'll just keep playing Ultimate, which, like I say, isn't a bad thing. Ultimate is an amazing game. I think we could all probably do with playing it more than we have been. So yeah, worst case scenario, we'll just keep playing Ultimate and that'll be fine. So next week I'm going to be talking about Animal Crossing, another game I think we'll see pretty early in the Switch's life. So yeah, I'll talk about what I want to see from that, what we might get from that. So yeah, look forward to that. Thank you for joining me this week. I'll see you next time. Bye.